Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going today? We're going to be working on some more widget stuff for Judah and Friends. Currently trying to find a way to get, essentially trying to find a way to get world context, if that makes sense. I think what the overload drag, cancel, drop. I'm trying to find a way to pass in a world. Maybe what I can do is go actor or on. I need the world context for essentially the mouse position in all of this. For instance, if we play, you can't see the spheres right now, but while I'm moving this, I'll get spheres drawing here, which indicates to me that we're not getting a good world context. So essentially I'm trying some different things, but this might be the wrong method of handling all of this entirely. I might have to do something completely different, but right now what I have is essentially a way, as you can see here, this ticks every dragged. So every frame that this is dragged, this ticks. And I figured I could use this as a way to get a location and essentially put that in the payload so I can move this mesh that I'm going to be creating. But yeah, we're trying to find a way to get the world context. Because as the moment we're using the payload to get the world, and actually, now that I think about it, let's see what the world. I don't even know if it gives us get first player controller. I want to see what that is in particular. This has been very fun to figure out for the last half a day. Give me your information. Alright, so we've gotten this. So we have the base building controller. I mean, it's getting a base building controller. So you think that we could use that to get the world, but I don't know if that's particularly working the way that we want. And there's no way to deproject. I mean, I could use G-Engine, I think. G-Engine dot get world dot deproject. Get game port viewport dot get scale. This is all very confusing things. Alright, for instance, let me turn this off for play. And this. Let me show you specifically what I'm talking about. That way you understand. I think we left off here yesterday too, but I kind of had the same issue. By the way, I apologize to YouTube if we're having some discrepancies in the stream. It looks like it keeps ducking in and out. I love how I Live. Judah and friends. Yo, what's up, Safe? How's it going, bro? Yeah, like this is so far off. And it's not even drawing these because we're using this and we need to use world location or yeah, world location, which is essentially our deprojected area. So this is essentially where it's going to be. I've read a page of Quran today. I feel my faith surging up. That's awesome, dude. You know what I read today? I read the Bible. You should read the Bible too, because the Quran says you should. Look at that. See how far off it is? It's interesting because I'm like, why is it all the way over here? Like I'm pulling out here, but it's literally here in the center. And it looks, yeah, it's just way off. So I have tried scaling it by the viewport scale. Doesn't work. Which is this right here. Doesn't work. There's other aspects that, and I feel like it's because I'm getting the world from the payload. And I don't even know if that's the current issue at hand. But at the moment, yeah, I think like if I, let's actually, and if we change it, you know, you'll see that it's off by a little bit, right? But that is the screen location, so that led me to believe like, oh, I'm not actually this isn't scaling correctly, which still could be true and I just did it wrong, but What's up, beautiful? How's it going, pretty face? How's it going? No playing, no game. Paul, I once debated a Christian, and the conclusion was it was a misinterpretation. It doesn't say that, but yeah, I don't mean to shove my beliefs or say I'm better. Let's not make this a debate stream. I mean, I suppose so. We don't have to make it one. But I don't know, man. I've read a lot of places that it says that. Very good. How about you? I saw what you retweeted. It's so funny what is happening to Godot. Yeah, it is. I mean, I just can't support... I can't support something that doesn't support me. In the sense that it like ridicules me, right? Like, I don't really care about it supporting me as a person, but... You know, when you have community managers that I know are going to hate me and treat me with such vile disrespect, I don't really want to be a part of that. And I don't want to use the engine that supports that type of attitude. So it's just like, how do I get banned, you know? Give me that big fat ban, dude. I'll take the ban on Godot engine any day. Ridiculous, man. I don't want to be a part of something that's so consumed. by the nature of sexuality, right? Like when you have a belief system that is entirely curated on sex, I feel like it's so low level, it's so low tier, because at the end of the day, like it's too personal, it's too down to the ground, right? I feel like as a belief, we should believe in something that's greater than ourselves. I don't know. That's my personal take on it. I don't want to support the engine. And I really hope that other individuals who are currently using the engine, they convert over to using possibly an engine that's made off of a fork of Godot, or they just switch to using Unity. And I don't say that because I'm saying I'm not going to play a game that is made in Godot. But I know that some other people might have that inclination, and I know there's a lot of good individuals out there who spent a lot of time making a project in Godot, and they're gonna suffer because of it. I just think it's kind of it's kind of rude to that consumer, right? Who's using Godot, who doesn't want to be a part of this, but unwillingly gets dragged into it because of all these political talks and etc. Paul, I want to say this is a game development, not religious debate, but basic, if you want a summary, basically had the word read right before the Bible, but it referred to the Quran. But yeah, I just want to have fun. Like, man, I'm not a scholar, so I'm not an expert, but I speak Arabic, so please stop trying to debate. All right. I don't know what to say to that. I'm just chilling, dude. I just told you that's what I've heard. And I've heard other people who speak Arabic say the same thing. I literally watched a testimony of a guy say the same thing, where essentially he had questions and he asked Allah, and then he opened up the book, and that's the first verse from the Quran that he read. And this guy was Arabic. He's, he was from the Middle East. So I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I don't want to make it a debate either, but at the end of the day, like, who do I take? Like, whose word do I take, man? But yeah, let's just switch it over to the game development aspect, I suppose. But, at the end of the day, this is a Christian-friendly channel. I want to remind people here who are joining in. I don't dislike other people of other faith or look down on other people of other faith, but if you're going to be throwing shots, I'm going to throw them back in the nicest way that I possibly can. If that makes sense. So no playing, no game. You use Unity, don't you? Or no, Game Maker. No, you don't use Game Maker. What do you use? What engine do you use? Yeah. I knew it! I remember everyone, because I care. I know what Safe uses to make his music. He uses his tablet. He uses his tabloid. But after my 2-project game on Game Maker, I'll switch to Unreal Engine. Nice. So when that happens, are you gonna give me the deets on that as well? Am I gonna get the full deets on what project you're working on? Do I get the demo? Do I get to play it? All right, so our biggest issue right now is like this world location. It is off by a lot, right? Like those red spheres are where it's saying my touch location is at, and as you can obviously see, it's over here to the left. So we need to find a way to fix that, and I've tried everything, and I can't figure it out for the life of me. Yo, it's Chase Lee up in a bee. How's it going, man? How is your day? Might be end of summer 2025. I get Aqua Dream and then another one that I'm starting to do the GDD. And since it's going to be based with real pictures and the game is during winter, I will start this. But for the progression, I will wait till Aqua Dream is finished. I mean, I think that's the best way to go about it. Finish one thing, start another. Yeah, we can end it there, man. I don't care. Like it's not a hostile environment. Safe. Don't feel like it's hostile, dude. It's just a difference in opinion. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, man. You know, like I'm not hating on you. Like every time I've kicked you from this chat, it isn't because of your belief. I've never kicked you out of this chat because of your belief, right? I've only kicked you out of this chat for making remarks that you know you made, that I've discussed with you that I didn't appreciate, that you had to actually go and apologize to someone in order to remember that. So I just want to remind you, dude, I've never kicked you from this chat because of your beliefs. All right? So don't feel like I'm don't feel like I'm hating on you because of that, all right? Don't feel that way. Good so far. You? I'm doing excellent, man. Another day being alive is a blessing in my opinion, right? I got a lot of good things. I got food. I got a bed. You know, a lot more than other people out there in the world have. So I can't complain, man. Today's a blessing. I might be going through this little discomfort right now, which is this thing that's like, hey, we don't want to get the position, even though I know this works because this is almost the same exact code that I'm using for this, which works. Might I add you? Like if I click here, we're getting perfect placements. Not only in this viewport, but in this viewport as well. So, you know, I could take this and I can manipulate this however I want, and it works great. Right? The deprojection works amazing. So, at the moment, we're currently just trying to figure out how to get a good projection. What I've done is I've created my own drag and drop class, so I can essentially override the on-dragged functionality and do a raycast whenever I'm moving or dragging the object, so I can essentially use that location as a way to manipulate and move the mesh that I want to bring in later to represent that thing you're trying to build. I wanted to do my dream game, but I'll cook it on Unreal Engine. My best advice to playing no game, and I don't want to sound disheartening here, but I recommend that you learn the engine first. Like, yeah, you've learned aspects of game development that are going to help you in Unreal Engine. But the thing is that the way you do things in Unreal Engine is completely different than the way you do things in Game Maker. You could try to make your dream game, but I highly suggest you try making one more game on Unreal Engine to really understand the engine. And I feel like I wish I would have done that, right? But I've been stuck where I'm trying to make this game that I really want to make in Unreal Engine. I've had to learn this, I've had to learn that. It's been really difficult, but it's still something that I'm very adamant about doing. Do 2 to 3 small games. Okay, cool. Yes, I know, Paul, but I want to say, man, I'm happy at least in all the world. You're one of the few people who don't hate me based on things out of my control. And man, I want to say, no matter our faith, we both believe in Adam and Eve, and we're brothers and sisters in humanity. Eve is named Hawa in Islam. Hawa'a. That's pretty cool. But yeah, man, I don't I don't hate people because of their beliefs. That is like not a part. I don't believe that's a part of Christianity. I can disagree with someone, but at the end of the day, I don't. I feel like God has placed it on my heart not to dislike someone because they aren't Christian. If that makes sense. I could disagree with them if there's a debate or discussion. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I agree. Obviously, right? But, for instance, I have some friends who are trans, and, I still respect them. They know my disposition. I know theirs. I don't throw it down their neck because I know that they've heard the stuff already. So at the end of the day, it's up to them to continue the life the way they see fit living. God is very much so a God based on free will, right? If he wasn't, we would all be what he wanted us to be right now, right? I do believe in, when someone asks and they want to learn, I try my very best to help them and, move them along what I've learned to the best of my ability. But other than that, I try to keep that. It's about like, how do you do that without putting up walls, right? I already have 2 smaller ideas in Game Maker Studio 2 FPSs. Nice, but one is horror, okay, and the other is more about missions in World War II. I like that. Horror, I mean, both are very complicated depending on like the scope of the game or like the idea behind it, but I do like the genres. Horror and World War II sounds interesting. I like Band of Brothers, but I'm not a huge fan of like the bolt action type of weapons. I'll be real with you. I've never been a big fan of those in an FPS, but a lot of people are, so don't let like my opinion dishearten you on that project. My sister's now trans, but yeah, she knows what I think, but I still love him. Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those things. I have a gay brother. He knows how I feel. He knows I love him. I've said mean things to him before that I deeply have regretted out of anger because we've gotten in arguments, but we've apologized to each other. And he knows how I feel. I love my brother to death. He's a good guy, just a lot of disconnect on belief systems, and we have to have boundaries for each other in order for us to work with one another. And I think personally that's healthy, because what if in the future he does convert? I should be there to kind of help guide him through those things. Like if he has anyone he needs to ask questions for, I should be there, and I can't be there if I've burned down that bridge and I've completely, pushed this person away from me. As long as I don't let their lifestyle cause me to sin, I don't feel like it's necessary for me to push that relationship aside, if that makes sense. Yeah, Raleigh is a really good guy. As the Bible says, no one but God in heaven is good, man. I am what the Lord allows me to be. I try my best, but we're going to fail. In the moment we think that we are a good person is the moment we are setting ourselves up for catastrophe, deception, and things of that nature. Because when you find out or you do something that hurts someone else that you didn't mean to do intentionally, that idea of you being a good person starts to dissolve. And when you realize that, your worldview starts dissolving as well, right? You start falling because everything you've built yourself up on is crumbling. So that's why I think it's important to foundate ourselves on God and to give him glory opposed to giving ourselves glory, because the minute we make it about ourselves is the minute we're setting ourselves up to be essentially destroyed, because we are not perfect. We are human. We make mistakes. We do dumb things. We make bad decisions here and there. That's just the way it goes. Horror will be a smaller scope, and the WW World War II will be, I was like, WW2, and I was like, why does that sound so wrestling? It sounds like wrestler thing. I'm not saying that right. It sounds so wrestly. But, you know, World War II, okay. That's good. I mean, it's got to be bigger, right? Because I feel like a lot of those missions, environmentally wise, are bigger, right? They're longer for shooting purposes, while like with a horror game, you want it more compact because you want the player to feel compressed. You want them to feel scared because like they could get into something that's immediately close in a matter of seconds. I don't know. I don't know the particular terminology to describe that, but I feel like that plays a big, like those compressed spaces play a very big role in like the decisions of a horror game. Chase Lee says everything. He's right, dude. I saw it. You're just floating around and everything, dude. It's crazy. Hey, Anan, how's it going, Anan? Welcome to the stream, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see you in here. How are you doing? Dan, don't disrespect Nan. Nan, I'm saying his name. It's like, say it 3 times fast. Anan, my sister. That is your brother, and you better talk to him that way as well. Nice to see you consistent with the streams. Thank you, man. I've been trying to be consistent now that things have relaxed a little bit on my end. I feel like as long as everyone knows here that like if business on, you know, the world side starts occurring, I might have to leave. And I feel like that helps me a little bit more with streaming. Because at the end of the day, like if you know, like if I get a call right now, I have to take the call. I have to set up stuff. I have to input things. Right? And that could happen at a moment's notice. Amin is in chat. Chat looking fat. PHAT. Hello, everyone. Chase, what do you do in the game? I'm the king of horror. Hello? I am the king of horror. I have heard so many people say that. The king of horror. At the end of the day, man, people can say they're the king of horror, but then you got people like what's his name? Who created Five Nights at Freddy? Create something scary off of some like mannequins, right? Like very rudimentary elements. Nights at Freddy's creator. Scott Cawthon. Cawthon! Yeah. At the end of the day, this is what people thought was scary, dude. Like, we individuals spend so much time on these crazy horror aesthetics, and this guy comes in with a bear. A mechanical bear with a bow tie, and everyone's like, "Oh! No!" Like, look, dude. Like, people see this. They saw this in film, and they're like, "No!" So it's like, I don't know, man.
I insult for it.
What's up, Ford? Oh, you are Ford from Discord. Yeah. Say my name. Anan. I like Anan. I have ADHD, so I have this, my brain mixes words and things together. I seem scattered brain, but, you know, I'm thinking at a higher level because I'm very smart. And I smush the words together sometimes. That's it. Yeah, it is Ford from Discord. Chase Lee made it Outlast. You remember when Amin actually believed that? He was in chat. He's like, "Man, this looks really good." Amin, I love you, man. I never played horror games since I'm too scared, but the game will be based on personal experience. Okay. Maybe that's what it takes to be really good at horror games. Just being really affected by horror games. And every horror game... Chase Lee, I am the horror. Who are you? I am safe. And then I am you. I am Amin. I am a semi-decent guy. About that. I want to be a part of this discussion in chat. I want to be a part of chat for once. It even puts my name up there. Oh boy. Don't tell me you guys are gonna stop talking once I say something. That's not cool. I am Steve. No, get out of here, Steve. I don't want to hear none of that Minecraft reference. I am Steve. That's actually really good. That was such. I was like so sad that was. I was like, man, didn't Jack Black just do some dumb crap previous to all that? Ooh, nice doggy emote. I am dog. Freaking Steve, dude. Leave, Steve. Orange. Yeah. You're telling me, man. I was like, since when did Steve put so much around the waist, man? When did that happen? I saw somebody remake that entire trailer with actual like Minecraft characters, and it's kind of way better. Just saying. Yeah, they did fumble bad. They're like, yeah, we could just add these people in and blah 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 and da da da. Pranked y'all. Time to go mine some iron. Lol. What game are you playing? He's like, time to go mine some iron on Minecraft. I am Chase. We all know that's not your name. Your real name, Chase, is Frederick. My good buddy Frederick. Good old Fred. Fred and Larry. I just heard that some team made New York City in Minecraft, and I was like, this team has put more effort in that than in those movie producers. Yeah. Well, it's because they're a part of the community. They know this stuff. Like, if they had hired someone from the community to help direct with the movie, I think it would have gone a lot better. You got a mine. Wait, bro, is maimed Frederick? Yeah. Chase's name is Frederick. Freddy, Frederick. Frederick. Do that 3 times fast. Frederick. For my next Game Maker game, I will try to reduce my cost for the game. I think I spend too much for it. That is true. You purchased, what did you purchase? The music, the art? Frederick, I roast Kendrick. We have to give them the Sonic treatment. Yeah, dude. We definitely do. I think it's well deserved as well. And they just need to replace... I don't see Jack Black being Steve. I don't see him being Steve. It's just not in my head. I'm like, yep, sounds like Steve. We got Freddy Fazbear in our chat. Chase is left now. He's like, you revealed my name. You sounded like Michael Scott when saying Frederick out loud. Who is Michael Scott? Michael Scott. Is that... What, from The Office? Steve Carell? Is that what you're saying? I sound like Steve Carell. Maybe I should be Steve then. I'm Steve. Raleigh can be Steve. Yeah, you heard him. You heard it right here, folks. I am Steve from Minecraft. You look more like Steve than Jack Black. Don't tell me you're that one guy who's like, man, I should have been hired for Steve. My name's Steve. I look like Steve. I wear blue shirts like Steve. You got a square head, dude? We could fit you in one of those square planners, huh? throw you in upside down. Custom music, cover art, and the game maker / Steam license, that adds up. Yeah, 100%. But although 400 USD, not too bad. Not too bad. You paid good money for that, I think. Like a younger Steve, legit. Like, I legit play Steve better than Jack Black. You know, they think Jack Black can play anything, man. The only thing Jack Black plays is himself. Himself. By not trusting in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Be in a prequel to the Minecraft movie as a kind of teenage Steve. You should tell him, dude. Be like, me. Just tell him you. Just be like, me. And then be like, true. Yeah, the custom music are the things that makes the game decent. I think the guy did such a great job. I don't know what you think about it. I like it. I think everything is done well. As I already stated with the artistic component, I really feel like because you're playing as that, what is it, the angular fish with a little light bulb on his head, I feel like you should have gone for a darker atmosphere and really utilized that light on his head to navigate like terrains, and I feel like that would feel more puzzling in a sense. But yeah, you know my thoughts on it, but I like the art right now. Yeah, if I ever met Jack Black, I'm gonna tell him, you aren't Steve. No, I'm I've met Jack Black. I saw him at Universal Studio, dude. You can play the perfect Enderman. Don't look at me or I'll devour you. I feel like that'd be a homeless man who's really hungry. Don't look at me or I'll eat you. Just some homeless dude who's super hungry, hasn't eaten in like 5 weeks. No, what you do is you just walk up to him with the blue shirt on and the pants, and you look at him and he looks at you, and he'll just know. And he'll make a song about it. One time I met Steve. He told me to leave. I could barely breathe. Who are you? Who are you? I am the one and only Raleigh. Yeah, me and Anan make another Minecraft movie with this one. Honestly, I feel like a Minecraft movie with the premises they have would be really
Life's a beat. And now edit your photos there.
Relatively easy to make.
Photobomber crowds your shot.
Not too easy because there would be a lot of like green screen and lighting and stuff of that nature. Obviously, you'd have to do a lot of animation. Godot engine being review bombed. Boom. Freaking Godot away, man. Godot away! Where's the fart, dude? There is a fart emoji. I know because I've used it. I've used it. Where is that fart emoji? There's definitely a boof emoji. There is not a boof. Wait. It should be in the people, right? Because people fart. Maybe if I put gas. Gas. Fumes. Stench. You know what? We just put the poop emoji. Godot. Godot's new logo. I'm a bad Christian. I should get rid of that, huh, chat? I should definitely probably get rid of that. I am Steve. I am Stefan. called a Minecraft movie. I sent a leak. What will they name the sequel? Another Minecraft movie? Another leak? Just pointing a finger at me? Of me pointing a finger at me? Should I get rid of this chat, or should I stay with it? They're like, very Christian-like. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not Christians. Can someone else post it though? For the sake of comedy. Another. It's another Minecraft movie. Another, dude. By the way, guys, we just reached 100 messages today. Big W. Make sure to click that like button, right? That follow button wherever you are. We highly appreciate it. When it comes to game development, we've done absolutely nothing today, and that's how we like to keep it. If you understand, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Jesus loves you. Christ loves you. Paul plays Alex in VR, dude. You guys don't want me to see me huffing and puffing in VR, running around. Relatable. Look at this. Marvelous. So marvelous, guys. Sambo. I was gonna be like, isn't a sambo like that's a trombone? I think it's like an instrument, a zombie. Remember the company quote? Over here at the company, we like to overcomplicate things as much as possible. 100%. Because if you don't overcomplicate it, then it's not complicated, and then people don't feel like it's complicated. They're like, oh, it's simple. Born to dilly-dally, forced to lock in. 100%. I like to diddle-daddle. Dilly-dally. Although someone wants something from me. So that's what we're doing right now. Ooh. Tummy really hurts. You're hungry, yes. I am starving. I need some food for me to eat. Ooh. Woo! I should go make myself some chicken sandwiches. Some chicken sandwiches. Sandwiches. 1 second, guys, and I'll get back to you. Uno momento, mi amigos. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. Boom. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Remember that. Born to be Steve, forced to go to school. Yet, you know what, Pa? I think you would make a good Alex. Who's Alex? And Lee would make the perfect zombie. I'm guessing that's a girl. I just gotta grow my hair out long and...
Like this. Talk like this. This is great.
Don't sound like a crackhead at all, right? We be making another extra Minecraft movie. It's another Minecraft movie, okay? That's the name. Oh.
Elmo. 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 Elmo wants to rule. Elmo.
Brains. All right, let's try to figure out what's going on with with this. Any extra to the power of 10 Minecraft movie with this? This one? Nah, another Minecraft movie. Brought to you by YouTube Incorporated. I don't know. This is absolutely annoying me. I don't know how to fix it, and I'm kind of sad. Low-key. So we use the controller to get to deproject. But it's like, do we use the controller? Payload, get world, get first player controller. I feel like it's all falling apart here. Right? I mean, we have that controller, but for some strange reason, maybe we need to take the screen space position and minus it. Here, actually, let's UE log. No. Let's log X, Y, and then we just throw in screen position dot X, screen position dot Y, and then we can also torture ourselves by doing this for the world location. Z, and then we just put world location dot Z. We go ahead, we compile this. What's going on? Oh yeah, we need to F, hopefully not for failure. Raleigh, you can be a great voice artist. Just love your voice impersonations. Thank you, man. I tried once and they told me I sounded weird. They told me I wasn't jazzy enough. Chase impersonation. I am Freddy and I like to eat people in pizzerias. Pizzerias? Yeah, why is it gotta be in a I love pizzerias. That'd be the worst. Like going to Chuck E. Cheese and never coming out again.
I am Freddy.
This is how, actually, it's more Scottish.
I'm Freddy.
No, that's UK. Get out of my swamp. I'm Freddy. No, I can't do it. I'm still working on my Scottish accent, and it still don't work too well. Sounding like UK. Alright, so we have 649 and 564. I wish there was a way that I could draw something out. Because this is obviously way off in comparison to what we have. I can deproject the mouse position and see if that works, but then we would just, you know, do that instead. Man, I am Freddy. Nah, I'm trolling. The truth is, I am Steve. You're Freddy Cougar, dude. You're starting to scare me. You're starting to scare me with your obsession with Steve. You know that? Your little obsession with Steve. What am I doing? I mean, we could try making those draw debugs now that we're using a different method and see what happens. I don't think it'll work, but might as well try. I mean, it works wonderfully. That's ridiculous. I gotta build this to my phone and see if it works. Which means you guys might lag out here in a bit. It must be done. Connect my phone into the thing and let me do the thing. So everything will work just great. Lucky I'm not talking about Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 was pretty good. I didn't finish it all. I was watching it the other day with my fiance and daughter, and it was pretty good. Was it magnificent? No. I just felt like the little characters in my head should do a better job. That's all that show made me feel. Built this widget pixel by pixel. Yeah, I could. I can also say I made this game with my own 2 hands. My own 10 fingers. My own 10 fingers. Oh man, I actually feel bad for these people, dude. Check this out. So that community manager, it's gonna act all slow. So that community manager got banned on Twitch for its username, and then he begs Twitch support to unsuspend her, and then she got ratioed on Twitter, so she deleted her post. Crazy. No. No! No. It just pooped. Oh, no. There's something wrong with the build. Some lambda expression. Meh. At least I ain't named Frederick Fredrickson the Third. It's Freddie Fred Frederick. Okay? That's Chase Lee's name. You better respect the name. I just want you to know, Chase, I respect your name, Freddie Fred Fredrickson. Immensely. It is the most respectable name by far that I've seen on the face of this planet in a very long time. Freddie Fred Frederick. Shh. He's like, stop telling people what I do. Oh no, it's slowing down and it's not drawing the spheres. I think, is drawing spheres... This has gotta be, I gotta look this up. I gotta see if it'll draw the spheres. Does Unreal draw sphere function work in builds? I don't think so. Does anyone know? Like, the whole point of me doing this is to test this. I mean, it's slowing down, which indicates to me that there is some debug draw spheres working at hand. But that's crazy that it works with that one, but not the other one. It will grant you sweet dreams. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna throw some chicky patties. Chicken patties in my air fryer really quick. Uno momento. Had a half Pop-Tart. I'm waiting for my chicky patties. Just look at my PFP. Save the Dagber Gaming. Ah! Looks like one of those characters from the Smile movie. Cairo, Raleigh, how you doing? I'm doing good. Just trying to work some things out. I mean, I finally have something that works. I just hope it actually works. In the future. You jump scared me? No. I'll never get jump scared. 2 years. Why don't you change it? Do something new, man. It's intergenerational now. I don't even know what that word means. It's intergenerational. I don't even know what that. Wayne. Chase Lee dancing to this song like a man. Where's everyone else at? I don't see any of you dancing like Chase. Come on. It's generational now. The generational. I mean, it's working, so I'm just gonna get rid of these logs. Keep the draw sphere in case it acts up. Now this calls this, right, this touch location, which should, you know, out the touch location of, you know, this thing. But it doesn't work that way, you know, so. It doesn't work that way, sadly. I'm trying to get this to essentially broadcast on mouse drag. And I can't get a hold of it. Yeah, everyone dancing, that's right. You'll pass it down to your kids. No. They'll be like, Dad, I don't want to use this. Too bad, son. Imagine your kid comes out looking like that, and you're like, what have I done? What have I done? I've cursed my lineage. This one's a slapper, too. You know how I feel about this song, chat. Y'all know how I feel about this one. Okay, so now we're getting hello. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. I mean, it's giving me a touch location. That's good. What the heck? Spawn actor for gameplay tasks? This is not what I have. This is not what I have. But, what is it? What's it missing? My tablet contact world context. Where is world context? I do not see this. I will force my children. I will force. Dude, you're not gonna be gone when their children's children exist. You're gonna be like sitting there like in a freaking hyperbolic time chamber or something, and you're gonna be like, hey,
Gooey.
safety dabber gaming. And they're like, Grandpa, we already told you that's lame now.
Yeah, I know it is pretty cool still, gotta admit it.
I can't create anything? This is crazy. Get player reference. Set. Building. Can I set stuff in here? Set player. I can. But can I get player ref in this? Can I get the player ref in this? I don't know. I just get the gist of what I got to finally do. See if it's really true. So I'm assuming we need to cast. Or shoot. I mean, like, we can't even... We don't even have an on drag over. We have a function. We can make a function that does it, maybe. Find object on thing. Widget portrait. Widget based portrait. We don't want the widget based portrait. We want to get rid of that. We want that one. We want that one. Like, to be honest, Paul, I think once my kids are like 12, they will enjoy it. They'll get mad because they'll be like, you forced this on me, Dad. How dare you? Dare you? There's not a single on dragged. There's just drag over. Base portrait we got on drop. Right? We got on drop. Right? We got on drop. Just to test it out. Cast to UI_DD operations. Get player rep. Okay, we can get it. That's all that matters. My freaking brain is hurting from working with all these different things. Like, I gotta call a function in here. This is ridiculous. That calls a function. I'm gonna freaking have an aneurysm, dude. Portrait. Is someone calling? Oh wait, Paul, I found my PFP Alpha Porus short from 20 or 2923. Then how have you had it this long? We might have to get off here soon, chat, for business stuff. Just so you know. I'm gonna go check on my
Chicky patties. Be right back.
All right, I'm back. I have nothing. Nothing what? Nothing what? What do you not have? You have everything. Mm. Mm. Bro. Bro. I just had something good. Chicken patties. All right. Thought you weren't coming back. Sorry, dude. I had to broil up some buns for my chicken sandwich. All right. So how do we get this touch location? I suppose I can create it all in here. "84 years. What do you want to tell me? That's good. That is good. So I think what I do is that I just have to update the payload or something. On here. I wonder if I could update the payload. Hey, Kotagi! How's it going, man? That was good, dude. I'm eating chicken sandwich. How you doing, Kotagi? It's been so long, dude. I was telling everybody yesterday. I was like, when is one of my next favorite viewers gonna come in and hang out? Oh. So if Allah talks to the prophets, and the prophets say to go read the Bible,
if a photo bomber
what does that mean?
It's easy to remove them with generative remove. Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
Because I'm assuming there's a reason why this guy's testimony said that. They don't align with your schedule anymore. When do I have to stream to align with your schedule? You do? Good. Because it's been a while, man. We missed you. I mean, we are getting this on here. So when this is this, we could check on here. Because we have the operation, right? We have the operation. So we could set this visible. Get the touch location, which we're not gonna do because we get that directly from somewhere else now. So Toggy, if you want to get, yeah, his name's Fred Fredrickson. His real life name. All right, so we do this. And we simply, on here, create a variable b is outside of UI, right? Make this a bool. Expose it. Right? And then we can use this to get and then branch and then check. And then do that, and then that, and that. Enjoy this info. I don't know, man. I'm just going off what I saw with that one guy's testimony who was Muslim and Middle Eastern. I'm assuming, you know, his testimony isn't completely worthless. Let's see. So, you know, I don't know. I don't want
Hitting the road this summer?
to make it confrontational for you, because I feel like you're taking it as more confrontational than I am.
You can swipe away.
So we'll leave it off that.
Steal your shine.
But, you know,
Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
I'm saying that a testimony of a Christian who was Muslim and from the Middle East said that he had questions about the Quran, and when he asked Allah what he should do next, he opened up the Quran, and the specific verse he saw was to read the Bible. Something about reading the Bible. And I've heard that from several other people as well. So it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know. You know, obviously maybe a prophet said this. You know, but I don't know, man. That'd be multiple false sources. But, you know, like if I look it up and I find that that's an actual verse, it's just like, you know, can I even believe what the Quran says then? Like, I don't want to make it confrontational. Don't take this as confrontational. But if you're telling me that he only talks through the prophets and the prophets say that, wouldn't that indicate that it's something that you should do? Because at the end of the day, the Bible does have a lot of Old Testament, you know, works in it, right? Which I feel the Muslim culture honors. So, like, the only difference between me and you, Safe, is that I believe that I go to heaven based on the merits of Christ of Nazareth. And from what I know, and what I've heard, and what I've seen from other Muslims that I've watched online or I've talked to in person, you get to heaven by your own merits, by your own works. I don't believe in that. I believe that as a human, I am unable to live the life that Christ in Nazareth lived, which was a pure life. Yeah, but those guys spoke Arabic too. That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, these guys are from the Middle East, and I've heard a lot more about the Middle East that I don't want to disclose here because I don't think that's quite fair. But these guys are from the Middle East, and from what I know, they speak Arabic. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, what do I do? I believe so too. You know, I'm just saying that has been what I've heard, what I've seen. Right? And I'm not trying to discredit you, but it's just like these individuals are much older. They've had a lot more life to live, a lot more time to research the Quran and to learn from the Quran, a lot more time as Muslims, right? So it's just like when they say these things and they reveal these things, what am I supposed to do? You know, I get that you have your belief and you want to hold strong to it, and that's completely fine, right? But at the end of the day, that's what I've heard, right? And I'm trying to be as respectful as I can because I know you're a young man, and I don't think this conversation is fair for you to have with someone like me who's an adult. I feel like it's, you know, I've had the same conversation with Amin. That's why I try not to have the discussion too much, but when it's brought up, I touch on it as much as I can based off of what I know. But I try to leave it off at that because I don't want to disrespect your parents by, trying to change your mind on the subject. Right? I can only tell you what I know. But I will say that this is a Christian-based channel, and if someone comes in here asking Christian questions, I'm going to try my very best to answer them. Right? So, you know, like you are predisposing yourself or exposing yourself to that information by being here. And it's not something I do purposely, but I've made it very well known that I want this to be a channel where you can expect, like, it's Christian friendly. And the reason why I have that is because I don't want to be like Godot, where, I claim nothing. Right? Because then when we have this instances where it's obviously shown that they prefer one side over the other, it throws a huge shift in their supporters. And it splits their supporters up, and I don't want to do that to the people of this channel. I want people to know who I am, know what I'm working on, know my beliefs, know each other, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, I know I didn't change your mind, but that's what I'm getting at, is I'm not trying to change your mind because I feel like that's very disrespectful to your parents, right? That's like if somebody was online trying to convert my daughter into something that wasn't Christian, I wouldn't be too friendly about it or excited about it either, right? So I'm trying to do what Christ says, which is to treat others how I would want to be treated. But regardless, you have a good one, safe. Have a good night. Oh, Safe and me are just talking about stuff again. He's having a friendly conversation about certain things I don't want to talk about because I don't want to. Let's just go back, talk about Godot. Well, from what I know, and I haven't paid too much attention to it, but one of their team managers their community managers have been very unfriendly to some people who aren't even trying to be a part of like this political conflict. And, anyone who shares their views is essentially being banned. So everyone's canceling Godot because they don't like the way they're handling their consumer, and I completely respect that. Because at the end of the day, like, you got to respect the people that are using your product and bringing recognition to your table.
Photos there too with Adobe Lightroom. If a photo
I get standing on your beliefs, but that's why I firmly believe in, you know, putting that all out there from the beginning, so people know what they're stepping into and they're not let down or hurt or upset when they find otherwise. And that is exactly what's happening with Godot. Godot claimed nothing. They claimed neutrality, whatever you want to say. They were very neutral about everything, and then recent events indicate that they're not so neutral about their foundations and other aspects of their business. So people are obviously having a war with Godot. Just to clarify, Godot is a software and technology is harshly divorced from its more corporate presentation. People saying satanic things aren't the ones actually writing real code. Yeah, I know that, but you know, when someone allows these individuals to do the things they're doing and condones them by not punishing them, I guess you could say. I don't like that word. It just indicates that they're kind of supporting what this individual's doing, you know? It encourages more people in that community to act the way they're acting. And to be quite frank with you, I don't want to stand amongst those things and, you know, use an engine that's just looking to use me. You know, when you make a successful game, they're like, oh, they made that on the Godot engine. That's recognition, right? That brings possible donators to donate to the engine so it can be made flushed out more, right? It can be made to be made better. I like the Raleigh engine. Yeah, the one where you use your imagination. The engine. Yeah. Personally, I like Python, I like Godot, but I do not like the community and the individuals that are currently contributing to it. I also recently read something about someone creating a very highly advanced tone mapper that matches that of like Unreal Engine. They place that into the repository, essentially upgrading the engine immensely, and they gain no recognition for contributing this. And I found that to be distasteful. You know, like, someone improves your engine to that degree and you don't mention them and or credit them in like the creation of Godot, but you'll mention and credit somebody who's literally changed min and max values. Like, come on, dude. It's obvious that they're playing favorites and they're not taking responsibility for treating people with true equality like they say they do.
Make your photos look
No playing, no games. Welcome back.
and with
I mean, other than that, that's my take on it. You know, I pray for the people there. I pray that they gain some clarity and that they come to the Lord and that they change their mind on how they view individuals as myself who are Christian, who don't really align with their belief system. I pray that they come to, you know, appreciate us in some aspect and don't treat us with such harshness and vileness. I don't know. That's not even a word, but you get the point. You know? Seen in open source communities, it is true the software like Godot is fundamentally political by virtue of its open source license. Yeah. Why there's only that guy on Twitch? Yeah. Well, you know how it is. Probably get in trouble somewhere at some point for my opinion on something, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, man. All you can do is continue and move forward. You can't really get mad about it. If this is true, then we should call a function in here that it's like, I want to save this payload or this operation. Can I save it? Drag GDD operation. Promote the variable. Operation. Boom. 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 Event, drag, enter. You know. We want to try to update this as much as possible, I think. Why there's only that guy on Twitch? I don't know, man. That's what I'll probably be some point. That guy on Twitch. As it stands, the actual technology in Godot is still superior to its peers, so most developers like me and my people just won't have a choice. I mean, to each their own, man. I've talked about like what engine I prefer before. I found Godot very easy to work with. But at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of things and similarities that Unreal Engine has that Godot doesn't. Right? We have procedural generation, PCG. We have nanite technology, which allows, you know, millions and millions of vertexes and triangles to be displayed at, you know, the same time in real time. Furthermore, we get free assets every month that can be used for your game or for prototypes. It's open source too, so you can literally download and manipulate the engine to work with, to essentially work for your project in the way that you need it to work. I feel like there's a lot of similarities there between Godot engine and Unreal Engine, but Unreal Engine takes the cake home for me. I mean, yeah, is there a percentage that you have to pay or royalties you have to pay once you reach a threshold and money made off of the product constructed in that engine? Yeah, but you know, I'd rather stand with them who are at least lenient towards me as an individual than someone who can literally ban me at a whim and stop like all the hard work I've put into the Godot engine just because I felt like sharing my opinion. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. I think that's downright BS. And I really feel like the person that's doing all this needs to get fired. And they need to be handled accordingly. Because there's people who put thousands of hours into gameplay or into mechanics in their game and art and stuff like that, and that all to be thrown away for an opinion because someone didn't like that is absolutely BS. And the fact that somebody has the audacity or the gumption to even do that without even thinking about it indicates the true nature of that individual's personality more than it does the person who simply shared 2 sentences on Twitter. It speaks volumes. Someone is literally okay with deleting thousands of hours of work because they just didn't like what someone had to say. And I think that person should get locked up in a prison for something like that. Not realistically, right? Not in an actual prison, but there's definitely like, what I'm getting at is this person needs to be punished. They need to be handled. And their position needs to be filled by someone else who has more composure. You know, this individual's name is Xanax, named after a drug that people get heavily addicted to. Right? Like, come on. Heavily addicted to. I mean, like the indications of the person that you're working with are literally right there that indicate their inner soul, their inner spectrum, right? And, you know, these individuals act all spiritual, but at the end of the day, they can't even identify the fact that they are on the negative spiritual spectrum if there was one. We all know PowerPoint is the best, true? Preach, Chase Lee, preach. Unless we're just gonna apply OpenGL Vulkan raw, which is probably the most Christian thing to do. Yeah. I mean, well, Vulkan and OpenGL is here on Unreal Engine too. It's not something that is only on Godot's end. Looks so much more accessible, and it is very accessible. You can download it literally right now. Is there a learning curve to learning Unreal Engine? 100% there is a learning curve, but that is with every single engine. right? You need to figure out how to use the features within that engine, and everybody creates the engine in a way they think will be useful for their team, and when they release that engine for the public to be used, right? You know, there's obviously going to be some caveats to it. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to believe it's a W opinion. The royalty is only 5% of a million. Exactly. So, you know, it's not too much. At that point, it's like, yeah, here's the 50 Gs, you know. Unreal and Godot, you can either view those things as features or bloat. And Godot is real open source software. You're not banned from using it, just contributing to the main branch. No, people, they will literally, you'll lose your access to the branch. So you can't download updates for Godot, I believe. You maintain your full rights to fork the project. True. But at the end of the day, it's just like, how many excuses are you gonna give these people, man? Treat people the way you want to be treated, right? I guess that means being nice to these individuals even though they're being mean to us. So I see the Christian aspect in your ideology, but at the end of the day, like, it's hard to work like that when you know, when you feel and in some sense know that that's never going to happen for you. That is not true. I don't know, let's look this up. If you get banned from a repository in Godot, can you still use it? Sorry, GitHub. GitHub. When you're banned from GitHub, not GitHub, a repository in GitHub.
Now you can.
But yeah, from what I've seen, you can still use it. But you know, that doesn't mean, like, at the end of the day, you're just validating what those people are saying. Like, you're validating their actions. That's what I'm getting at. But you're right. I was wrong. It doesn't delete hours of work. So I apologize for that statement. But at the end of the day, it's just like, like, why am I going to support these people who are going to be this cruel and rude to their user base? It's like, no, I can't live like that. Left is to not use any engine and to just do everything raw and Vulkan. You mean, I don't know why, but I feel like Vulkan, yeah, like Vulkan Mobile. I don't know. I've never used Vulkan. So my knowledge is very limited in that area, but I'm not going to be using Godot. I'm just not going to stand with people who aren't going to stand with me. You know, I can't waste my energy being friends with someone who doesn't want to be my friend, right? We've all had that experience in our life. So it's like, why am I going to waste my energy using an engine that is only going to perpetuate the way these people are treating others? You know, that's like, I don't want to make this sound as crazy as it's going to sound when I say this, but like, that's essentially standing with the people who are pushing this new world order crap, right? When you use an engine, it validates the voice of that individual, right? It's like when people pay into these subscription-based platforms. What are they doing? They're telling other companies, yeah, we like this. Keep doing this everywhere. I love paying $10 a month for this service. You're right. You know, and then eventually becomes deeper and more motivated that. Soon you're paying $10 to own a TV every month. Soon you're paying $20 a month to have a freaking mattress. But I also get at the same time though, because it's like, well, I get that doing that possibly pushes that agenda, but it's like, do I want to get rid of my Netflix? No. Yeah, I see that. I still think you should try Unity. Have you tried Unity? It's a great engine. Especially if you're into 2D stuff. Sasha, I love you, but I do not want to pet you. Do not want to pet right now. My personal ambition to finish this game and convince my team to build off an ID Tech engine. Yeah, I've never heard of an ID Tech engine. What is an ID Tech engine? Let's look it up. ID software. They're like literally the ID company. That's what I'm getting from that. I'm not gonna read like all of it though. But yeah, that's my stance on Godot. I'm not gonna use it. Although the engine itself is simple to use, easy to comprehend, and you can get prototypes up really quick with it. But I will not be using it. I'd rather suffer in Unreal.
Life's a beach, and now you can edit your photos there too with Adobe Lightroom.
Yeah.
If a
What do you
photo
mean
is
satanic
private,
leadership?
It's easy to remove them with generative remove. Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
Yeah. Doom 3, Quake games. Do they have any engine that's like updated and stuff like that people can actually use? That might be interesting to learn about. Probably have to buy the engine or license it. I know that's the case in some things. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't like being in this position. So in here I need to actually set this operation. Actually, we'll take the operation. Get operation is, what is this called again? Is outside of UI. I have to make it public, right? It is public. Suppose on spawn. No, we don't want to do that. Holy moly. ID Tech is free open source. Really? It's not being, that's why you like it? I mean, means that there's less hands going in it, but don't they use it?
Hitting the road this summer? With Adobe Lightroom, make your photos look exactly the way you want.
ID.
And with generative remove, you can swipe away anything trying to steal your shine. Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
Yeah, I can't even find the software. Can't even find the engine. By the way, I added a place where when you activate a tower, you see the change, so the player will get less confused for what the tower does. Yeah, I like that change. I just want to make a Quadream better. You open up my eyes as what I can do as a game developer. Yeah, thank you, man. I hope I can do that. I can provide at least some service of that level. But you know, I'll be real with you. That's why it's so important to get feedback and stuff on your game, because as I've experienced, you know, when you're just working in the game, sometimes it's hard to see outside and kind of get a better idea of what you can do, what you can add. Things of that nature. The props are that you're working with old reliable code. The cons is that I'm not smart enough yet to use it. Lol. John Carmack is considered one of the best programmers of all time. I'd rather work with his code than that's some random instead of some random employees. I feel that. I know you gave me a lot of bad feedback. I felt bad after, but a couple days after, I'm back and I'll make it better. Man, I'm sorry that I've made you feel bad. I tried to give you like really good feedback that I felt would help. It was in no way, shape, or form meant to be hurtful. So I apologize for that. I'll try to work on my communication skills to better relay that type of thing in the future. But I really tried my best to give my earnest opinion on the game, because I want you to make the best game that you can make, you know? I'm not always right about everything, I'll say that much. But I said always, which means I'm right a lot. No, I'm joking. I'm joking about that. I'm not right all the time about stuff, you know? So it's like, take that stuff with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, you asked questions, and those were my answers to them. Not used to get critiqued. Yeah, I'm used to it. I get critiqued all the time. That's just what comes when you work, or like you actually go to school for game development. You have to get critiques from other people, your professor, and you know, from other people's. I've also worked in the game industry where someone has literally told me my work is crap. And I was like, true. Yeah, 100%. When you get another demo working, share it with me, and I'll let you know what I think about it. I find feedback easier to take when interpreted as a bug report. Yeah. But that's the thing, is like, it's hard to give you could describe everything as a bug report almost, right? Which I get is probably what you're trying to get at, but at the same time, it's like, it's always hard to give feedback on a game because I don't really understand like the incentives, the motives, and stuff like that.
Don't forget room to your summer must-haves.
But that's why I try to ask them. They have to be redacted just as much as our code. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's important when you're designing with the team, figuring out the limitations of your team to better identify like the scope or like frame that you can work in. Oh, I didn't mean for the player to have this experience. Yeah, my team of one. Hey, man. You're learning a lot. And you're doing great for yourself. No playing, no game. Alright? You're doing a lot for yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Just enjoy the adventure, man. That's what I'm going to talk about in my next vlog. Which is why I went off and did so many other things. I'll touch basis on that in the devlog. Or the dev vlog. We'll see what I want to call it. But you know, it's an adventure, man. There's so much to it, and since technology is constantly evolving, there's so much things that we have to learn, new ways of going about things, harder, and what's hard, what's easy, stuff of that nature. We're working in game dev and learn it. No, I think that's an excellent New Year resolution. Because it's like a whole new skill, right? It took a lot out of me to throw away features I spent days working on in the name of making the game actually fun. Yes. Yes. And I'm hoping I don't have to deal with that. But we'll see. Hold up, my mom's calling, guys. BRB. Ridiculous. I would keep unused features in the file so people can find them in the future, right? That's a good idea. They can add them. And they're like, I love this feature. So we want to take is outside of UI, which is in the operation here. UDD building widget. That is why. This is a completely different widget. You
make your photos look exactly the way
cast to UI or
you can swipe away
DD or
trying
cat.
to steal
Cat?
Don't forget to add Lightroom to your
Cat?
tabs.
That's what I had it as? Crazy. Building information. But yeah, there's far often it's just a lot of hard work, no playing, no games. But you're doing a good job, man. You're killing it. You're pushing forward, even though it's difficult, it's hard. It's an emotional and physical roller coaster, dude, and you're doing it. So give yourself a pat on the back. You know, when you need a day off, take the day off, man. Go walk. You know, go on a hike. That's what I try to do. I'll go on a walk or I'll play some games. You know? Yeah, I want to learn. I want to feel the bad and the good. Well, those experiences culminate. They come together and they create something special that we can share with the world, right? Dun, 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 dun. So now what I need is is this still building operations that I'm using? Oh my gosh, man. Why do I have so many of these? I'm so stupid. Event degree on preview mouse, set base, on drag detected, UI building operation. So now in the building operation, we can actually say, you know, is outside, and we can set it here. No, I don't. Set is UI outside of blah. Right, we want to set this here. And essentially in the drag, when that happens, we were going to want to do some stuff. Yeah, someday I'll do a good game. It might not be my first game or my fourth game, but one day I hope doing a game that people would talk about. Yeah,
Life's a beat.
tis the dream of all of us indie developers. Tis the dream.
If a photo
I believe it can happen, man.
it's easy to remove them.
Just
with
can't give up.
remove.
Just gotta keep
Don't
pushing
forget to
forward.
add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
Can't give up. You know, if it's something you love to do, then that's all you need to do it. Let's see. Is outside of UI, yes. Hey, what's your opinion on Mary Poppins, Kotagi? What's your opinion on Mary Poppin? Mary Pop, Lock, and Droppin'. Now in here, I'm gonna be like, let's print a print outside of UI. Inside UI. By the way, thank you all for being here, guys. I highly appreciate you all. And look at that. It's working. It's working. It's working. Yeah. So if it's outside, we're gonna want to maybe we have our player reference, which we don't want. We have like the payload, which is like the widget, I believe. Base building. We can literally in one of these we were spawning an actor.
Life's
So it's
a
like
beat.
maybe we
And now
create a
you can edit your
function,
photos there too with Adobe
spawn
Lightroom.
actor,
If a photo bomber crowds your shot, it's easy to remove them with generative remove.
right?
Don't forget to add Lightroom to your
Sorry.
summer must-haves.
So I'm thinking we spawn the actor in this event, right? We spawn actor. Sorry. We spawn actor. And then we would move the spawn actor. So for spawn actor, we're going to need a... We're going to need, where is it? Operations. Actually, we don't need it in there. We need it in here, but I keep moving around. Getting me confused. Sorry. A base or base building. Class reference. Right. Actor to spawn. Let's say spawn actor. Class. Boom. We'll also need to split this.
Hitting the road this summer? With Adobe Lightroom, make your photos look exactly the way you want from anywhere. And with Generative Remove, you can swipe away anything trying to steal your shine. Don't forget to add Lightroom to your summer must-haves.
I've been here all stream, by the way. Just playing with Tay as well. That's cool. What are you playing, Apex? Almost 100 wish lists on Steam, bro. Dude, congratulations. That's sick, man. Everyone give No Playing No Games congratulations. Also, share what you have in the chat, man. Your wish list URL. So if anyone here wants to check out your game and possibly wish list it themselves, they can do that. Oh, you're at 85 or 86, yeah. Well, share your wish list link here, bro. Share it in chat. Congratulations, man. You're doing a good job of marketing. Let's see here. So we're gonna have to get in this a reference to the portrait, because that's where we're spawning. I'm thinking, yeah, 100%. We're gonna have to get reference to the portrait, or this thing, not the portrait, but yeah, this spawn actor. We're also gonna need a beginning touch position, and that's gonna be a vector, you know, which is going to be here.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube, and
it came. Is that what it posted?
You can watch videos while reading, searching, shopping. Try 1 month free.
When you tried pasting it, is that what you got? No Playing No Games? Did it stop it? Yeah, I don't see it. I just see like 3 stars. Do me a favor, share it in the Discord or give it to me. Give me the URL link for your wish list. Actually, I could probably get it. I think I have it wish listed. Aqua Dream. Yeah, in library. Let me. There. Does that work? Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for just being an awesome individual. You're always coming in here super excited, nice, you know? Right? You know, I've seen you working on your game, and I know you care about it, and that's all I care about, right? I like seeing people who care about their games and about what they're making, how to make it better, yada yada. Chasely's back, and he's keeping us all on track. All right, so in here, let's get out of this really quick. Actually, it's in the operations. We're gonna have to create a what is it? Widget base building object reference. Actor owner, and
Summer, with Adobe Lightroom,
we're gonna have to get this and call a function on it, but we're gonna have to make that function.
Remove, you can swipe away anything trying to steal.
It'll spawn this.
Don't forget to add Lightroom to your.
It'll spawn the actor, but the only issue is if we spawn it we're gonna need like a beginning touch position, which we currently don't have. So I just needed to spawn that mesh. Open-minded too. To be honest, I didn't like your mini-map idea, but you know what? You gave me an idea with that. I was thinking to add a sonar that will show you where you miss things with dots without having a map, since it's a maze. I don't know if you follow me. No, I follow you. I think that's a good idea too. As long as there's something that kind of shows the area. Like I said, I don't know like your intentions of the game, but I felt like it was more of like just a exploration roaming game than it was kind of like a puzzle game. You know, going one area to trigger something and then you go through here. It's just, I like being someone who's played a couple of puzzle games, I want them to be a little bit more difficult. But other than that, like I thought like the art was really well done. Furry for month should be reset now. Like 5 months ago, you called my random number generator function fat computationally expensive, and I want to make it known that it's not fat compared to most modern random number generators. I know that, wait, what did you make it in? C++? I'd have to look at it again. It's been so long since then. Have you looked at how other people have done it? I'm assuming so, if you've looked at compared to most modern. Yeah, it's a maze game, so I think the mini map would make the game too easy. But with the sonar as a hint button, it could be nice. And adding life, so it's gonna be less frustrating. You're gonna feel like you want to explore more, but with the one life, you don't want to explore too much. Yeah. I also feel like maybe there should be some enemies there, but I don't know. At the end of the day, create the game you envision creating, and you know, if you're trying to make something that's fun, the people who already look at your game and think fun, I want to play, they're the audience you want to listen to get a better idea of what that could be. For me, I see your game and I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if there was some like stealthness involved, which is why I was like, yeah, have like predators, places, make it dark, right? So it makes it difficult. There's like a ripple mechanic, so like you can feel when predators are in the area, but it's hard to see because it's dark and you just have your little angular fish lamp. You parted it since to C#. Okay. Yeah, dude, I don't use random number generators. One's already created. I don't want to try to be like, I don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. It just takes a little too much time. There's some things where I go about doing it unknowingly because I don't know like what the actual way you should do something is. I just kind of have an idea of what I need and go from there. Even in this case. True, well, in my C++ days at school, there was an assignment to make a random number generator, and we'll just say it wasn't fun. Shifting bits over, if I remember correctly. So I was like, yeah.
Sentinel is closer than you think.
For many months, dude. What do you mean? You're gonna be here same time, same place. Thursday, when I stream again. Tomorrow I have to work on
drugs, right?
have to work on the devlog.
Has been found in party drugs.
Didn't want to talk about it too much
and even the tiniest
because of things, but
it's
just gonna be how it gonna be.
Of Public Health.
It's not easy being the one who counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
So with this now, if I want to do things the way that I'm envisioning doing them, I'm going to have to make another check to make sure that, like, if this is essentially, if this is not hidden, right? Because I don't want this to do this again. I want this to spawn an actor once, and then that's it. I'll be updating the touch location, and essentially it'll just keep spawning this actor over and over again whenever I'm dragging. If that makes sense. Actually, no, this gets called once when we're outside. Why I can't see it is upsetting. I bet you it's there though. Hidden underneath. Yeah, it's there. A little bit about their personality. Yeah, I mean, I've already made one, so that's how I know. It's like I'm not gonna fix something that's already made, right? I'm not gonna try to reinvent the wheel. And, you know, I don't want to be diversive here, Kotagi, so forgive me for saying this, but you did just say it's literally a one-in-one translation of what's used in the Doom game, so you can't really say you made one yourself either. God. I think that was my first shot at you. But that's what you get for saying I have a big forehead, you little stinker. Remember you told me that in Discord and it got quiet. You did that. As an exercise, yeah. But the one I if I remember creating it had a lot to do with bit shifting, and that was not a fun experience. It's been so long since I've done it. I've literally erased it from my memory, but that's kind of how my brain works. I'm kind of like, there's things there that I've just erased because I'm like, I don't need it. I don't think about it often. Surprisingly, I think a lot more about philosophical things, I feel like, than I do this. I don't like wake up and think about like, oh, how am I, or I don't go to bed thinking like, how am I gonna do this? I used to. Now, like, I'll be thinking about other things. I don't know. Is now all forehead. Dude, I'm growing my hair back out, man. You got a problem with that? You got a problem with that? But that was based on factual knowledge. You're just assuming I never made another one of my own with my own time. Dude, you just said you didn't tell me you made your own. You just said you made a one-on-one. You just said it there. You want me to copy paste your little thingy-mabob, huh? Your message? Your massage? I did say you have a big forehead, so he's just laying it down more. He's like, that's based on factual knowledge. Dude, my forehead's big because I don't know why it's so big. I ask God that question every day. I'm like, yo, God, what's up with a big forehead, bro? I'd have just had too many tools in the toolbox if it wasn't, you know? Had a nice hairline and all that. Too many tools in the toolbox. I'm not doing this right. I'm missing a step here. What have I done? But yeah, I mean, it's spawning. It's only spawned once, so that's good to see. I need to get a variable, vector.
You're watching a classic.
Sorry, what am I doing? Current.
You know, there's a YouTube music app where you can discover new music.
Location.
Wait.
Widget.
The new Mitski?
Based. widget based, right? So one, we're gonna have to set this here to a vector. Change variable type. Change variable type. Boom. Move it in. Move it in. Boom. Boom. I really don't need to know about it unless we're outside of the UI. Furthermore, if we're outside of the UI, we're going to want to update that position of the actor. So I'm probably going to want to promote this to a variable. New variable. Current held actor. If there's one thing I admire about Unreal over Godot is a C++ implementation. I understand Godot chose C# because of Unity, but now the software is just worse off for that decision. I suppose, but the thing is it's open source, so you could just change all that anyways, you know? Or is like it actually made in C#, like even the like engine. So, current held actor. Now we want to create a function here called not spawn actor, but move spawn actor. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, we would get this current held actor here, and we'd see if it's valid is valid. If it is valid, right, we want to move it. Translate, move, actor. No. Thank you, Chase. Yeah, I do like the C++ implementation, to be fair. I don't know why I like C++. I'm not smart. So I don't know why I like C++ more than C#. I don't know. Was it translate? Was it transform? Set transform. Set world location and rotation. I don't understand. Element handle. I think once you have the knowledge required to edit Godot source code to your needs, you probably also have the knowledge to have just done everything yourself. It's like how Firefox is technically open source. Oh my god, give me 1 second, guys. Current held actor. Transform! I can get the actor's transform. I can't set the transform though. Set actor transform. Now I can. Promote.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your
and then
running. That's why at Grainger,
this is going to take a vector
supplies and fast delivery. Call clickgrainger.com.
New location.
Just stop by. Grainger, For the ones.
It's like how Firefox is technically open source, but the software is so complicated that in practice it isn't very open. I mean, it's still open there. You just gotta figure out how to do it. It's kind of like every other language, right? I don't know. I feel like you have to learn every language. You gotta learn like what you can and can't do in every language. You know, there's things like data types and stuff like that that carry between all of them. But it's kind of like running, you know, like it's good to get some practice in, but you're not going to run those 2 miles unless you run those 2 miles every day, right? You can run a mile every day saying, oh, I'm setting myself up to run 2 miles. But if you never run 2 miles every day, you're never going to train your body to run those 2 miles. Many people prefer. Yeah, I wish many people preferred. If that was the case, then there'd be more people, you know, signing up for C++ classes than there is Java. Almost everyone I talk to that goes to school for like a batch in computer science, every single one of them's like, yeah, I'm doing Java. Like, why not C++? Oh, that's heavy stuff, man. You know? Very heavy stuff. But now in here, now that I have like the actor owner, which is set to that, I could say move on actor. Probably want to call this something else. And I'll probably want to set the actor owner in here as well before I do all this. Set actor owner. And then what? Just say self. Oh, new feature idea. Consider it implemented as of yesterday. Could be that it's marketed to them, but you know, from my experience, yeah, C++ like is more difficult to use than C#, right? Like, I don't know. It's just a little bit more difficult to use. Arrays don't work how they work in C#, right? Like you have to make an iterator, I believe, to iterate through things. So sometimes it's easier to just use a vector? Which is basically like an array. I think it's a vector. Yeah. If I remember correctly, yeah. You know, arrays are hard to work with, yeah. You know, there's a reason why you use vectors instead of an array to hold something and iterate through that information. So yeah, I mean, you could say like this is what's being advertised to them, but at the end of the day, like when someone makes that decision to use Java, what they're saying is I'm going to professionalize in web-based computer science, right? That's what they're specializing in, is the web-based variation. When you're C++, it's more software orientated with, you know, creating softwares, apps, stuff like that. And I mean, there's some caveats to that because you can create apps and software with Java too, I assume. But from what I know, like if you go Java, you're more specialized around Java or like web-based applications and stuff like that. Model OOP student, yeah. I don't know why they don't teach C# too much. I see C++ Java. Like when I was even trying to apply for some other schools, it was like C++ Java.
From the moment you open the app. It's almost like it can read your mind.
Can I read your mind? Let's see what happens.
YouTube Music Premium. Try 1 month free.
New video. Hey! Hey! It's dragging. Look at that, chat. Look at that. Suck it, Kotagi. And game dev, lol, 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 lol. Yeah, true. Only for Unity though, and Godot. Finally. What happens if I go like this? See, it keeps that there. But we need to take this actor, this current held actor, and we need to delete, destroy actor, and then set this. Can I set this to a null pointer? Set to null pointer. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. What am I catching strays for? I'm just messing with you, Kotagi. I do that to you because I feel like you have that just chill, goof around for no reason personality type. I mean, it sets, right? Oh no. No! What's going on? Base, you know, it probably has to do with destroying that actor. Oh, it destroys the last one. So we'll have to have something that that works specifically for this, where if we let go outside of this, it'll essentially cement this location and all that other jazz. We are getting some errors, but we can fix that later. All that matters is... Whoa. Whoa! What's up with this? Like right here, it's like, it gets bigger. It feels like it's something that only occurs in this. And I'm assuming it's because it's getting blocked. Yeah. There's something with it being blocked. So we're gonna have to, I think it's because we have to add this to the cast list. Like the raycast, essentially it's blocking its own raycast. So it just keeps getting bigger. He's like, I got a person with face orange biting nails. Personality? Nah, man, you're a chill guy. But yeah, it isn't like Cabal developers just really love Cabal's syntax. The truth is they have no other choice. If they want to maintain 1960 bank infrastructures for 400K a year, yeah, I assume. I guess so. And I'll be real with you. I don't even. What do you research and look into to find all of these? Cabal? Cabal? What is Cabal? Programming language that is used for business application. Yeah, you're just a dictionary, dude. I don't remember basically almost... I don't remember what I don't need. If I'm not going to use Cabal, my brain's like, I don't need that information in my head. You know? I think the same is true of most web developers who are, by nature of their environment, forced to use things like Java, JavaScript, PHP. True. mean, I think, what is it, Ruby now? Or something of that nature? Hold up, someone's giving me a call. Again.
Listen, you could pay for a streaming app and a music app, or just get YouTube Premium for $13.99, which gives you both. YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free.
All right, guys, I'm going to get off the stream for now. I think I've gotten to a good point where we're doing this, right? We're spawning things. And now it's all about actually tweaking that mechanic and making it more, more professional looking, and I don't know, just ironing it out a lot more. But yeah, as you can see, the moment when we go from a UI space to a world space, you know, it switches from a drag and drop visual, which will be a building later on in the future, to the actual building, which is a 3D model. Right now, we can select it, and that's fine. It'll get deleted, but this is kind of how it would work. I need to change the camera on this to be more orthographic, I think, but this is the general idea. I think the same true, or personal anecdote, I don't know how strongly I prefer static typing until I move to a language that forced it on me. I don't know what static typing is. Fill me in on static typing in Discord, Kotagi. Send me a DM. We haven't chatted in a long while, man. No playing, no games says, see you later, alligator. Ditto. Ditto. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you have nothing but an absolute blessed day. Right? Good laughter, lots of love, comfortability, everything of that nature, man. May the Lord bestow it upon each and every single one of you who are here now or here in the future. In the name and blood of Christ of Nazareth. Other than that, I'm outie. Peace out, Chase. Much love, man. I will catch you all on Thursday. Wednesday, I will not be here, but you can catch me in Discord. So make sure to do yourself a favor. All right? Do yourself the favor. And actually have to do yourself the favor of joining the Discord. And let's get things vibrating again, okay, guys? Let's get things lively again. All right? Join the Discord, join the community, get involved, and get pumped. Because we're about to take this to a whole nother level, Lord willing. Anyways, much love to each and one of you. God bless. Christ in Nazareth loves you. Peace out, boys. Peace out, girls. Peace out, Shirley Temples. I'm outie.